All right, so we have to talk about the fact that when we look back at the digestive system, that was focused mainly on the ingestion of solid foods and the solid waste that our body gets rid of. And as I'm, kind of joking around here, not all waste comes out as a gas like it does in our respiratory system. Not all waste comes out as a solid like it does in our digestive system. Or if you happen to eat at Taco Bell, I guess it could come out super liquidy. Anyway, there is some waste that comes out in liquid form. And we all know this, right? I mean, this is pretty easy. We need a system to get rid of the liquid waste in our body. When we have to go pee, that is waste. And the excretory system is what works on this. The excretory system is our kidneys, our ureters, and our bladder. Now, our kidneys filter out all of the stuff from our blood. Now, it's almost like if you've ever watched one of your parents, or maybe you've cooked pasta before, and you have all that boiling water and the pasta on the stove. You want to get rid of you want to get the liquid to be strained, so you dump that into a strainer, and so the liquid goes through the strainer. Um, and then what's left over in the strainer is like the spaghetti. Well, your kidneys are similar to that. They're like a strainer, except what they strain out, they keep the water, and the stuff that's left in the strainer is the waste, and they need a way to get rid of that. Um, and so the excretory system filters things. It filters our blood and removes waste and other things that could be harmful to our bodies. And the excretory system has to get rid of those things. And so what happens is those waste liquids are sent from the kidneys to your bladder. And when your bladder gets full enough, it sends a signal to your brain saying, hey, I've got to go pee. And then you go use the bathroom and you empty your bladder, and you no longer have that sensation that you have to use the bathroom anymore because your bladder is emptied out. But your kidneys are constantly filtering all of your blood, and that's a good thing because you don't want those waste materials in the blood. So let's take a little closer look at that and see what it looks like with our app. All right, up here you'll notice that we have our kidneys. Down here is our bladder. And so you can notice in the kidneys, I have arteries and veins. That's our blood, because our kidneys help filter our blood. They're running into the arteries and veins, are running into our kidneys, and it's filtering our blood. All of the waste products are running from our kidneys into our bladder. Now you'll notice down here that the bladder starts to get more and more full. And that's what happens. And at some point, as our bladder starts to get more and more full, it eventually sends a signal to our brain saying, hey, I've got to go to the bathroom. I am full of urine. I've got to go. And that should happen here on the app here in just a second. There's the sound. Now, what I want you to notice is this right here, how it smushes down. Do you see that? That is voluntary muscle that lines our bladder, and it allows us to go use the bathroom. We pretty much have control over when we use the bathroom. We can hold it, and we know when to go, and we can use the bathroom. And so we have this this muscle in our bladder that helps us go use the bathroom and get rid of that urine, because we have to have a way for our body to get rid of liquid waste. Taking what you're going to feel like is a really, really quick look at the excretory system, the urinary system, and it's true, we have. This is going to be a way shorter video than any of the other videos. And the biggest reason behind that is it's not one that we have to cover in depth. I know that as you go into anatomy and physiology later on, you'll get more in depth into the excretory or the urinary system. Because we do have to a way to get rid of urine in our bodies. These two videos on the urinary system from Crash Course are very good. This one is a lot better, and I wish we were in class because we could get a more in-depth view of what it looks like inside of the kidneys. And it also starts to explain a little bit more about our bladders as well and how we get rid of urine. So be sure to watch both of those videos as well. And just know that the kidneys filter out our blood. They're kind of like if you were to filter out something in your kitchen using a strainer. They're very, very similar to that in the way that they catch the bad things and have a way of getting rid of that, but they keep the water flowing in the body. And that's pretty much it on the excretory system.